How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie, and today we're back with our 9th episode of Foolish Mortals. Last time, I guess we didn't start Chapter 3 last time, although technically I played the last 2 episodes in a row, yesterday, actually. So we're currently in the middle of Chapter 3. We are trying to find the bodies of Abigail's 3 brothers and collect their skeleton keys, which will unlock the hidden door in the fireplace of the main hall to the mansion, which contains the treasure that we've been after, which is not money like we thought it was. It's some kind of a magic voodoo stone that steals life. So that's what we're working on right now. Last time we played, I got kind of stumped. And I was thinking about the items that we had available and the puzzles that we need to solve. And the only thing that I could really come up with, I have no idea if I'm on the right track here. We're just going to try to mess around with some of our items. I want to see if maybe using some of the stuff that I picked up, like this flag or this tissue, maybe we can craft some kind of a puppet to use in the puppet show to get it to end. So I'm going to try using the scissors or the knife.
I didn't need to cut.
No.
I didn't need to cut.
Okay, well, so much for that idea. What about the feather duster?
I didn't need to cut.
No.
I could.
Well, there goes my entire plan here. So we picked up this fuse, we picked up the firework. Can we combine that, maybe make it a time
I needed
delay?
to think of something.
Not sure what to do with this. We know where to shoot this off from. We just don't know what else we need to do to it, because it's another one of those time puzzles, it seems like, where we light it and then we have to do something before it fires off, but I'm not sure what. I don't see anything in our inventory that would indicate something that we need to do. Let's head back down here. What else are we trying to do? We're trying to find some way to win or cheat at the billiards game in order to get the... Sorry, I'm going to go over here because that's going to get annoying while I'm trying to talk. Yeah, we're trying to win the billiards game so that we can get the trophy. We need to find something to get the teacup from, oh, I can't remember her name. I'm really bad at remembering people's names in video games. Except for Murphy and Abigail. I can't remember her name. I want to say like Cadence or something, but I know that's not right.
A stick puppet resembling a clown bobbed along the stage, buzzing incessantly. A stick puppet looking like the devil honked obnoxiously as he danced around the stage.
So, do we need something to like bop them on the head, maybe? That's something I've seen in like the puppet shows where they knock them on the head. I don't know. Can we try the feather duster on?
I didn't have time for it. I didn't have time. Hey guys, do you think you'll be finished soon? I was starting to dislike these guys. That wasn't going to...
No, I really don't think we have what we need. Maybe the...
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Whack him with the shovel?
Nope. That didn't work.
Okay. Nope.
I didn't need...
I didn't think so.
I didn't need to blow on that.
You need to poke a hole in it?
I didn't want to make a hole in that. I didn't need to pour water. I didn't... I couldn't.
I'm not seeing it here.
Nope.
Okay, let's leave, because that's getting annoying. He's not going to talk to us until the show's over,
Excuse
right?
me?
These two crack me up.
About the ferry hire.
Yes, I'm afraid the ferry's engaged at the moment.
Because of the puppet show?
You got it. My favourite part's when they hit each other on the head.
Okay. So, maybe I was on the right track with that.
Excuse me, Crab? The ferryman's eyes looked past me, captivated by the puppet show on the plaza. He clearly wasn't going to talk to me while two rags on sticks were dancing around. Excuse me, ferryman's eyes, he clear.
Okay, we need to find something to use as a club, maybe to whack them on the head.
Welcome back.
I had nothing else to ask him.
No. Anything down here? No, I don't think so. Let me think. I don't think there's anything to do with the fort until we get the key. What did we need to get the key from that guy to get into the fort? We need some way to make fog. I don't have anything I can think of. I wonder if maybe there's another item or two we can pick up in...
The plaque read,
boys'
Fort
rooms.
Bellmore. No public access. For further information, please contact the lighthouse keeper.
There's nothing new here. We can't reach anything. Okay, let's... What are we going to do here? Let's head back to the manor for a minute. I'm going to run back inside and just double check and make sure I didn't miss anything in... So let's just check all the rooms. Anything in the trophy room? Thought about if we could melt something else in the fire. We needed to find a way to make some kind of grease or something. I think in order to win the billiards thing. "30 minutes later." There might be something obvious, but I'm kind of stumped.
I needed to think. Remembering my childhood
Oh.
days, I wrapped the tissue paper around the comb to form a rudimentary kazoo.
A kazoo. Maybe we use that with the puppet show? Tissue paper and a comb, huh? Maybe?
Perhaps it was the piratical air that brought to mind the mimicry skills of a parrot. If Squawkin' Hawkins could do it, maybe I could give it a try.
Non ci posso credere. That was my moment. Your moment. We agreed in rehearsals that this scene would be about me. Because I did no such thing.
Okay.
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers.
Use it on the other puppet?
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other. That seemed to get. That seemed to. That seemed to get. That seemed to get one of the puppeteers.
Okay.
That seemed to.
But why isn't
That
it doing
seemed-
anything?
That seemed to. That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other. I needed to I couldn't. Nope. That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other. I needed to think of something else. That seemed... Great show. Maybe it's time to wrap it up? I was starting to dislike these guys.
I don't understand.
That seemed to get...
I'm not really sure what I did there, but...
I had more important things to focus on than... Good evening, Ned.
Hello again.
Do you miss working on the docks?
I wouldn't give up fishing for it, but I have good memories of those times. Good, honest teamwork. Working outdoors, singing shanties, and swapping stories. Though to be honest, some of the tales they tell may have been a little exaggerated.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around.
I couldn't do that. That didn't work. I didn't need to pour water on that.
Alright, well, the comb did something, but... It's not letting us do it
Murphy,
again.
the Devil's Rock Devil's up to his old tricks again.
Oh no, what's he done this time?
I heard that he's committed arson of the Spirit Queen riverboat, practiced black magic, cavorted with rum runners, launched fireworks without a permit. Know anything about it?
Can't say that I do.
The Devil's Rock Devil continues to elude us. Yes?
Hi. How's the Devil's Rock Devil investigation going?
I've made progress.
You think you know who it is?
No, progress with my marketing campaign. I've written a jingle.
Oh dear.
Across the aisle, from shore to shore, those good of hearts buy misdeeds in store. A shadow looms where he dares revel, the dastardly devious Devil's Rock Devil.
Am I right in thinking you're not from around here?
Good call, McAllen. Santa Monica, California. Born and bred. Hadn't even been to Devil's Rock before I got the job. The divine irony is that I got this job due to a misleading ad in a newspaper. Seeking newspaper editor for dynamic community, exciting stories, amazing opportunities. What nonsense. But now I'm here. Nonsense is all I have to write about.
Why did you stay in Dead Nettle?
I came down with a horrible case of temporary insanity.
Health issues?
No, I started dating a notary named Jonathan. Right after I'd taken out a mortgage, I stumbled across his dalliances with the fishmonger's wife, the ironmonger's wife, and the cheesemonger's wife. Knowing his type, I decided I'd become a warmonger, and I set fire to his belongings. I last saw him picking through his charred underpants on my front porch. Now he's off in Rancho Cucamonga with some flapper named Anastasia, and I'm still financially tied to this island.
Well, I better go.
I think I better be going.
Stay sharp, Murphy.
Should anything... Can I maybe dye
That
this?
didn't work.
No. Maybe I can get like a hot drink or something.
Hello again, Felix.
Hello again, sir.
Crab McCready told me you kicked him out of the club for teaching a parrot poetry?
Yes, that's quite correct.
That doesn't seem very fair.
You didn't hear the poetry. If I may regale you, there was a young man from Bombay. Took the slow boat to China one day. He was pinned to the tiller by a frisky gorilla, and China's a bloody long way.
I see.
Apologies if we're in disagreement about whether that sort of material is appropriate for the captain's club.
Nope. Can't argue with that. Very fair conclusion. Do you have any tips for English billiards?
Is that what Pemberley's calling it? There is one bit of advice I can give.
Oh, really?
Use the pointy thing to hit the round thing.
Is the elevator still not fixed?
It hasn't been fixed for the last 7 months. I doubt it will miraculously start working for you tonight.
How did it break anyway?
The city council rented out the whole club one day for a meeting to discuss a new town seal. Some sort of insignia representing Dead Nettle's history and culture. Unfortunately, the mayor misunderstood the brief and showed up with a seal of the aquatic type. 2 fins, whiskers, a little tricorn hat, and the moniker Captain Snoops. Took the entire council to wrestle him back into the elevator and get him down to the docks. And it overloaded the motor. And do you know what the real cherry on top was? He got the animal wrong. Captain Snoops was a sea lion, not a seal.
What's the difference?
An I, an O, and an N.
How's the club tonight?
Buzzing.
That lively, huh?
No, I mean I just had to remove a wasp nest from the gentleman's lavatory.
I best be casting off.
Farewell, Captain.
I didn't think he'd be interested. I thought I'd keep that to myself. I didn't need to... I didn't need to show him that. I couldn't see the show from... I needed to think of something else. I had nothing else to say to Captain Moot. It was clear he wasn't going to turn on the lighthouse light until it got foggy. That wasn't going to work.
I don't know, guys. I'm pretty thoroughly stumped here. I really don't want to do it, but I might have to take a hint. I don't know what else to offer Mallory. She wants a different drink, but...
It was strange to think that I'd been supernatural.
Could I get some molasses, maybe?
I needed to think. Nope. An old carriage wheel. The wheel was too heavy to move. That wasn't going to work. Nope.
Alright. Fireplace. That's just fast travel. Solutions to Murphy's adventures will be found within these pages. Only proceed when in dire need. Once the diary is opened, click on the goal circles to reveal a new clue. The diary can be closed again. I can't do it. I can't do it yet.
The feather duster would have burned up in an instant, leaving me without a feather duster and probably without eyebrows too.
Okay.
Hello again, Mrs. Craddock. I heard you didn't send a wedding invitation to Captain Moot.
Well, of course he didn't receive an invitation. He was dismissed from his employment weeks before the wedding for crashing the flagship of the Bellmore fleet.
He's very upset about it. Don't years of service outweigh one accident?
Accident? I suppose you never learned exactly why he crashed the ship, did you?
Actually, no, I didn't.
We discovered that Captain Moot used to invite ladies up to the bridge after hours. Dozens of ladies over the years. He'd take them on moonlit cruises around the island and, goodness gracious me, paint them with no clothes on. Draped over the ship's wheel, stretched out in the rigging, dangling from the anchor. Apparently, he must have gotten a bit too carried away with his brushstrokes on the final painting, because he didn't see the rocks the ship crashed into.
Ah, that would certainly be distracting.
Indeed.
I'll leave you to get on with your work.
How thankful I am for life's little blessings.
I wonder if the fireworks can somehow trigger the fog. I don't see how. Let's go back and talk to Moot. See if he has anything new to say now.
Good evening, Captain Moot.
If you say so.
I found out why Mrs. Craddock rescinded your invitation. You were caught painting naked ladies on the ship's bridge. That's why you crashed the ship.
Maybe that's true, but you'd think she'd have been more understanding about the whole thing.
Why's
Was it
that?
her?
She was the naked lady I was painting when we crashed.
Mrs. Craddock, how dare you?
I better be off.
So long.
Ay.
I thought I'd keep... Nope.
All right. I give up. Proceed. All right. Find a cup of tea leaves. Yeah, I got that far. Discovered Mallory had set up a tea party in Bellmore Garden, or Bellmore Gazebo, but wasn't finished with her teacup. She didn't like the taste. I know that much. I wonder if I could switch it, or sweeten it. Pick up the teaspoon from the table. Teaspoon? Teaspoon from the table, maybe collect some molasses?
Anything to report?
No. Perhaps they were...
Okay. I don't remember seeing a teaspoon.
Then,
Do you mind if I take this?
good idea. You can be my butler.
Okay. We got a teaspoon. Let's try to collect some molasses with it.
It was strange.
Come on, Murphy.
I dunked the teaspoon into the molasses.
Whoa, did you see that? That, like, shadowy image of Rackham over there?
Then
Alright.
we hypnotize the middle schoolers to be our Imperial Guard.
Oh, we've got company.
Yes, you have company.
What did you just put in my tea?
Try it now.
Careful, Mallory. It could be poisoned.
Does this dope look smart enough to brew poison?
Good point. You'd probably give it a taste test. Bottoms up, my girl. Drink on.
Mmm. Hey, that tastes pretty good.
I thought you'd like it.
Sure did. I drank the whole cup.
Can I have
Let
the
me
cup
clear
back?
this away for you.
Good, Butler. You shall be spared the dungeons.
All right. How did I miss the teaspoon? I was doing so well. I hadn't gotten a single hint until now. All right, let's go ahead and save the game.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Okay. How are we doing on time? Gosh, we're almost at an hour already. I'm gonna speed through some of the earlier footage, I think, since we didn't actually accomplish anything.
Brought you the tea leaves.
Wonderful. That will work to contact Yardley. Be quiet now, Murphy. I need to concentrate. Yardley Bellmore, heed our plea. Where was your life stolen from thee? I sense a crypt, deep below the ground, where Yardley, unknown to him, has been drugged. Among alcoves of the dead, Yardley is still alive. Still alive as brick by brick, he is being entombed within the crypt. The drug may wear off, but he has no means of escape. Trapped! Look at the painting!
Okay, so he's behind that wall in the graveyard.
Yardley's body is still bricked up inside that crypt. The sanctuary crypt. You must find a way inside. There is a tunnel, once used for safety, but now used for salvation. Something in Yardley's bedroom will help you.
Okay. That darn teaspoon. What a mess here.
I had more urgent things to do than cozy up with a book. It was a book on magic tricks open to a double-page spread about vanishing illusions. Well, Yardley had certainly accomplished that. The chest contained only a myriad of theatrical costumes, not one of which I wanted to wear around the island. The machine looked ready to operate. All it needed was a blast from the tanks. It was a machine hooked up to tanks with hoses and labeled "Property of the Calliope Theater, Dead Nettle." I opened the tap on the gas tank. Nozzles hissed, a cloud of cold mist billowed out, and from the machine came a smattering of dry ice.
Dry ice. Can we collect that in the,
I collected the dry ice in the flask. That would keep it from melting, at least for the time being.
Okay, dry ice.
Looking good, Murphy.
So dry ice is probably for the fog. Hey, Sebastian's back.
Hello again, Sebastian.
Oh, it's you again.
Not playing hide and seek anymore?
I've outgrown it.
Sore loser, huh?
I didn't lose. You cheated. Anyway, I've moved on to this now.
A paddleball?
My mum found it for me after I told her I wasn't getting the tin boot I wanted for my birthday.
It's not even your birthday.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, what? Bet you can't do this.
The little brat had me there. Like hula hooping, unicycling, and stilt walking, my facility with a paddleball was on par with my ability to do other completely useless party tricks. So, you think you're good with that paddleball, huh?
Better than you'll ever be. Just name a trick and I can do it.
One hand behind your back, standing on one leg with your eyes closed.
Did you say you followed Cecil Bellmore to a secret laboratory?
I was going to, but then I saw him.
Rackham?
Shh. Yeah, I'm good at hiding, but the way he moved, he was like a shadow.
Mallory told me to tell you she's not happy that you changed her toy catalog.
What's she going to do? I'm already dead.
But that's not a nice way to treat other people.
She started it.
How?
She tried to have me exorcised.
I beg your pardon?
Candles, salt, a pentagram. She even brought over a black cat from the fort. When I confronted her about it, she said she was just doing a science project.
I see. Bet you can't do the paddleball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
Cut the string.
With Sebastian's eyes closed, I took out my scissors, and when the timing was right, snipped.
Hey, what happened to my paddle ball?
The ball just snapped right off there. Maybe you need to practice a bit more. With any other child, I'd feel guilty. With Sebastian, it felt like evening out the cosmic balance.
Poor
I
Sebastian.
bet Mallory was behind this.
Okay, where'd the ball go? Rubber ball.
I picked up the red rubber ball I'd cut from the paddle ball. It looked like a clown's nose.
A clown's nose. Can we wear it?
It was the red rubber ball.
Do we need to make a hole in it?
I couldn't. Nope. That didn't work.
Okay. Let's head outside. And we need to go back to Dead Nettle. And let's use the dry ice to make fog. We need to turn the fan off first. Oh, we swap it with the... Okay, I figured it out. Alright, first things first. Dry ice. Window box.
The dry ice clattered into the metal window box.
Now we pour water on it to make fog.
I poured the contents of the bottle onto the dry ice, and immediately it started to evaporate, filling the area with mist.
Blow it with the
That
blower?
didn't work.
No. Head inside.
Waiter!
I told you, I don't work here.
Do you know how to work a lock at least?
Sure I do.
Right. Well, the fog's coming in, and someone needs to switch on the lighthouse light. I would do it myself, but that fort's danker than the inside of a sailor's trousers. Use this key to unlock the gate, then turn on the light with the switch on the ramparts. Think you can handle that?
Sure.
I'm on it. Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallum.
I'd like a rematch at English billiards.
Thinking you can beat what I hit before? Step right up.
Oh, I need to swap the ball first. Okay.
Threes, too bad.
I had an idea. One that required skill, subtlety, and finesse. Or at least the ability to hurl a billiard ball through an open doorway. Yoink!
Did you just touch the table?
Absolutely not.
Ow! Who threw that?
All right.
Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallan.
I'd like a rematch at English billiards.
Thinking you can beat what I hit before? Step right up. I don't believe it. I've never seen 14s before. You must have arms like the coupling rods on a steam train.
A blessing and a curse, as I've discovered more than once to my own cost. But I don't like to boast. Does this mean I win the trophy?
I'm afraid it does, but you need to bring it back next Wednesday for the potluck. We'll have a rematch then.
All right.
With my newfound title as club billiards champion, it was time to claim my trophy. It was the trophy I'd won at the captain's club, a gold-plated sphere of solid metal in the shape of a billiard ball.
Interesting.
Hello again, Felix.
Hello again, sir.
Felix, I'm the new billiards champion of the captain's club.
You beat Captain Pemberley?
I certainly did.
Oh, thank goodness. Maybe he'll have a rest from it for a little bit. We haven't been able to pry him away from that table for months. I've been hiding those billiard balls, one a week since August. The guy won't give it up. It's cost the club a fortune in billiard chalk.
I'd best be casting off.
Farewell, Captain.
Okay. Can I use the
That
ball?
wasn't going to work.
No. Try this again.
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other.
No. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Let's head over to the fort. Alright, we are in.
The coat of arms depicted 4 lines. It was the gunpowder barrel the cat had knocked over, now spilling out its contents onto the cold stone floor.
Alright, up the stairs.
From the fort ramparts, I had an unobstructed view across the entire southeastern coast of the island. Cliffs and crags, waves and water, and an endless horizon.
Oh, there's the lighthouse. Cannon ramrod.
I needed to load some gunpowder into the cannon first.
Okay. Gunpowder.
I poured the gunpowder into the cannon.
Not sure why we want to fire the cannon. Let's go ahead and save the game.
I loaded the billiards trophy into the cannon. Spherical and solid metal. It was the perfect improvised cannonball.
Okay. Not sure why we want to do this, but we're definitely going to do it.
I packed in the gunpowder and makeshift cannonball. Now there were just 2 steps remaining. Aim and fire.
Aim, huh?
Whoa! The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required. Gunpowder, shot, ramrod, aim, fire. The cannon looked...
Okay, how do I aim? Maybe we need to turn the lighthouse on for that.
I turned the wheel, but nothing happened.
Oh.
With so many coves and caves along the coast, it was difficult to make out what was what. With so many coves... The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening... I decided to leave the lighthouse light on. The ragged coast of Devil's Rock stretched... The ragged coast...
Okay, now we definitely had it right the first time. We need to get the lighthouse pointed over there. At least I think we do.
The ragged coast... With so many coves and caves along the coast, it was difficult to make out what was what. The lighthouse light was shining along the rocky coastline.
Not sure.
I was only going to be able to fire this cannon once, and I needed to make sure it was aimed right. The rocky coastline all looked the same. I needed a way to make a target.
Way to make a target.
It was the switch that turned the lighthouse light on and off.
Way to make a target.
It was a tattered pirate map with a large X drawn in red along the southern coast. That didn't work. Crossbone Cove was somewhere along that coast, I knew that much. But with how jagged and meandering the coast was, the map alone wasn't enough to pinpoint it exactly.
The map alone.
That wasn't going to... I needed to think of... I couldn't do that.
Just like that, I'm a bit stumped again. The map alone. I still don't have any kind of a lens to focus the telescope. Okay, I know that I need to do this, but it won't let me.
The generator looked like a death...
Alright, let's try going back to the mansion. My goodness. Let's go inside. Upstairs. I want to see if I can get more dry ice. Yes. Okay, then we're gonna head back to the church. We're gonna try to use the dry ice with the fan. Is that gonna cause a chill?
I'm getting the shivers, boss. It feels like I got a brain freeze, and I ain't even slammed down a snow cone.
You don't got a brain to get froze. It is feeling chilly, though, ain't it?
That's the first sign of ghosts, boss.
Don't be a crybaby. But, just for safety, what's the second sign of ghosts?
The ghost's presence begins to interfere with the electric fields, most commonly seen manifesting as flickering lights.
That's what we need the fuse for.
If flickering lights were what would scare the rum runners, it was time to do some rewiring. I turned the dial to redirect the electricity through the faulty fuse.
Boss, the lights are flickering!
That's gotta be a coincidence.
Or a sign of ghosts!
What did you say the third sign of paranormal activity was, Morris?
The tolling of a bell!
If the tolling of a bell was the third sign of ghostly activity, it was time to ring in the witching hour.
The bell!
A chill in the air. Flickering lights. The tolling of the bell.
Do you think it's...
Ghost! Run for your life! Start, you blasted car!
Why are we not moving, Musket?
Because out of that long line of automobiles on Delancey Street, you decided to steal something less reliable than a politician's promise! Start, you rust bucket!
It started, Musket!
There we go! And now, we floor it!
Ooh.
We crashed, Musket!
I can see that we crashed, Morris. Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What's that, boss?
Run for our lives!
Well, that was fun.
I decided to leave the fan running. The collection plate was empty.
Alright,
I didn't need to do that again.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna leave the flickering lights.
I picked up the starter crank from the jalopy seat.
Okay. So we have access to the church now. Let's go ahead and save. Let's run a new page. How are we doing on time? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to play another few minutes because I was going to cut out part of the beginning of this video because I was just wandering around for like 20-30 minutes not accomplishing anything. So what do we got here? Barrels.
I didn't need any more rum.
Stained glass window. Pews and a statue.
Now wasn't the time for a sit-down. I couldn't see anything to do with the statue. The window is even more beautiful in person, adorning the altar below it like a crown. And that's when I noticed something. Below the window was a cross-shaped indentation in the wood that made me think something was missing.
The priest has the cross in the mansion. There's his Bible.
Taking the book, I realized it was an old Bible with a thicker layer of dust than a nudist's summer wardrobe.
Well, that's an interesting analogy. Okay, we have the Bible. I bet we can trade it for the cross or the crucifix or whatever it is. The priest is in the trophy room.
Is this the Bible you've been looking for?
My word, that it is, my boy. Oh, where did you find it?
Fallen down the side of a cabinet back in St. Juniper's Church.
People do say they find faith in the most unexpected places, but down the side of furniture is certainly one of the most common. I'm most indebted to you. Is there anything I can give you to show my appreciation?
Actually, I did have my eye on that crucifix you're wearing.
Ah, are you looking for spiritual guidance, my child?
Absolutely. Particularly if it guides me to something hidden in St. Juniper's Church.
Then I shall give it to you with my deepest thanks. Let it guide you to where you want to go.
Thank you. Okay. Back to the church. Nope.
What a relief. My Bible returned to me. Why, if I hadn't gotten it back, we would have had to cancel the wedding.
Whoops. Alright. Back in here to the stained glass window.
The crucifix slid smoothly into the indentation, like the final piece in a jigsaw puzzle.
In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage.
I pressed the button and the panes of glass in the window above seemed to change, but it was hard to tell at night. Without sunlight behind them, all the colors were indistinguishable from one another.
Oh, this is what we need the lighthouse for. It's not the caves, or not the glyphs. Okay. Gotta go through the animation. information here a couple times again. Okay, one more. All right, perfect. Back to the church, please. Yes. Okay, so I need to get the light to aim directly to the cross.
Walking into the church, I was presented with the sight of the stained glass window illuminated beautifully by the lighthouse beam. They lined up perfectly.
Okay.
Pressing the button, I noticed something had changed in the stained glass window. Whatever mechanical process it used was a mystery to me, but pressing the button caused the panes of glass to tilt, ever so slightly, so that the white light from the fort was split into 4 different colors that seemed to dance around the window.
In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage. In the light, find the cross.
The crucifix I'd received from Father Foskett sat neatly in the wooden indentation.
Oh, okay. I think okay. I think I'm onto it here. No. Oops. go. Got it.
As soon as the plates in the stained glass window clicked into place, forming a translucent cross at the center, I heard a rumble behind me. The sound of antique machinery somewhere beneath the stone floor.
Okay, got a passageway.
The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark, narrow tunnel. Inside each arch were countless skulls embedded into the rock face, their empty eyes staring at me. I didn't dare begin trying to calculate how many dead bodies it would take to produce such a corridor, or where they came from.
Catacombs.
The passageway twisted far away from the church, finally emerging in a round room lit only by a pale shaft of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt. As I examined the alcoves inside the crypt, I realized one of them was different. While the others opened up to funerary altars, this one had been sealed up with bricks. That didn't work. I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction. The skeleton of Yardley Bellmore lay slumped against the wall of the alcove. He had been bricked up alive. You're free now, Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
So you are the mortal who is trying to find the lost treasure of Bellmore Manor before me.
Rackham.
You know who I am. Surely you must also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
What you've done to Abigail Bellmore cannot be allowed to continue.
Abigail Bellmore is dead. As will you be, if you continue this pathetic charade.
She deserves to be free, just like all the ghosts of the manor.
Don't let it be said I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Yardley Bellmore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
Rackham's spell had transported me somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down, my arms pinned to the side of me, my hands only able to feel the grain of the wooden boards to the sides and above and below me. And then I heard the noise, something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. I could...
Oh, no.
Help! Help me, I'm stuck in here!
Who's saying that?
Down here! I'm inside the coffin, I need you to get me out.
You're in the coffin?
Yes!
Pull the other one. Do you think I'm falling for that again?
Wait, what? Really? I'm trapped in here.
I don't know how you're doing it, but I don't believe you. You can't fool old Edgar 3 times with that prank. Ugh, these tourists are gonna be the death of me.
The death of him? It seemed like my earlier escapades had come back to bite me in the behind. If I was going to get out, I needed to prove I was down there. It was time for some outside-the-box thinking.
Play the comb?
That wasn't going to help. Help!
Nope.
That wasn't... The coffin was much too thick to... It was the ornate brooch I'd had clean. There wasn't room to swing a That wasn't going to help. By the time I finished drilling my way out with the auger, I'd be under several feet of dirt. That wasn't going to help.
Help! Nope.
I don't know what to do here.
Pulling the nails out of the coffin lid only would have worked if I'd been outside the coffin.
The jack.
I fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw jack, bracing it between the floor and the lid. With each crank, the pressure grew and grew, until finally... Hey! Could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go? Before I'd even reached the top of the ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me. But one good thing had come out of it. Now I had Yardley's key.
Alright, that's one down, and I think we're gonna call it there for today. Yeah, we got the first key. This chapter's taken a bit longer than I expected, but it's good. It's very good. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Unfortunately, we had to use our first hint, which I was really hoping I could get through the whole game without using one, but if I had just clicked on the spoon, I could have figured it out from there, but such is life. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day.